Maybe. Did I? Oh, yeah. I came over into this window so that I could look. Yeah, so I could move my chat over here where I can see it. And then I'm going to change so it's clear that I'm doing Disco Elysium. There we go. I remembered what I'm doing. Yay, me. Yes, thank you. I did make a note about the IAX book. Thank you for reminding me. I remember I was talking to the person, but like, man, the fundraiser is a crazy time, and afterwards, a lot of stuff caught fire, and okay. So now I'm here. I'm in here. We're gonna continue. For those of you that haven't been watching me play this game, I literally have no idea how I can describe what it is. Yeah, I have no idea how I can describe what it is. So, what am I gonna do if I go into the bookstore and go behind the curtain? Then Aaron will be angry forever, and justifiably so. I've been waiting to do that quest with him. He has been waiting. The entire chat has been waiting for the bookstore quest. I'll wear my fancy gloves. I wanna. Find. I love that this is one of my quests. Find my heraldic bird. Run the number on the victim. You know what? I'm going to go talk to Renee about the photo. There's this poor old man. To answer the question, I think I've done the pale disc. Hold on. Joyce is the book store owner, right? I haven't. I don't think I've had a discussion with her about that. You know what? You know what I kind of want to do? I want to kind of do Detective Cousteau. This is the one of the things. If you haven't watched, you don't know anything about this game. I love it. Oh, it's a lady at the dock. Oh yeah, I'm a highly communist cop here. A weird art cop, weird psychoactive, druggy, burned out, hot mess, super weird cop. I think this gives. I think it's past time for me. I'm gonna open up this lets you like use your brain to like you can have a thought and it takes you a while to think your way through this. And so I want to be like a weird supernatural art cop, but while I'm thinking about it, it's going to screw up my perception, but I think I'm going to do this. There. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to come over here. Whoopsie. Nope. Now, there's an old man here, and I screwed up and I threw one of their game balls into the sea. But then I went and I did some trespassing, and as a result, I found where this guy used to work, and there's a picture that I want to show him and ask him about. So
We are still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
yeah, and I'm trying to replace their bull. Ooh, I bet you maybe I could go to the pawn shop and see if they have anything that could help me replace that bull. I'll do that next if I still have time. I found your guard booth.
Yes, the Debardiers Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
Man, I hear you.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
So here I saw this picture. I found this picture there, and I kind of want to talk to him about it. But also, this is what I'm really interested in, but technically I'm supposed to solve a murder. I should start here with my job and then hopefully warm up to the personal questions.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Who was working your shift?
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
The voice acting is so good for this whole thing. They if you played it before, it's worth playing again just to hear all of the additional voice acting. They re-released it with like almost the entire thing voice acted. It's just amazing.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, Renee. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
So Mr. Clare is not, theoretically the union boss. And to be clear, I'm very pro-union. But it seems like this is a good example of the bad thing that can happen when power aggregates. The purpose of a union, of course, is laborers band together in order to get fair treatment and good wages. But then when you get a bunch of actual power so that laborers can get what they want, then there's a person who's in charge, and that person can be shitty, just like with any sort of position of power. And so this Mr. Clare is a total bag of ass. Mostly decorative. I wonder if he built this guard tower just to fuck with this old man. That seems very much his style.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
I mean, you're not wrong, Renee.
Evrard created this job for Renee because he knows the Royal Carabinier's pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Huh. Jeez. Oh, see, and here's what I love. I love, like, the degree to which you can have, like, meaningful moral discussions in this game. Everett is a bag of ass. Big guys looking after the small, and everyone working together. I love it. That is true. But Everett is a bag of ass, and I hate him, and he was a dick to me. Such dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die, there's no middle ground. That is bullshit. Everyone needs help. Renee is but one man. We need a program to get all the elderly back in the job market. I mean, Renee should rent out his services, invest the profit, get a few more guys, expand and repeat. Jesus, this is the fucking... I'm going to disrupt the industry. I'm going to make Renee the Uber of old guardsmen. There's here we go. There's nothing wrong with tear collecting. That's my side gig. I do have a bag that I use to collect empty bottles that I then turn in for money so I can buy drugs. Man, I don't know. This I like, but honestly, I might go for this. We need a program to keep everyone meaningfully, like doing meaningful work, whatever they can do that is helpful. I do believe in this. I hate the fact that it says elderly here. It's not just, I don't know. What do we think, everybody? There's 3. I think I like 3 better than I like 1. And 5 is funnier. But I think 3 is more honest. Yeah, okay. I think we're in alignment here. I hate this, but I mean, I will quibble every word because that's who I am. Big guys looking after the small and everyone working together. Oh boy, I'm so conflicted. And actually looking at the chat makes me more conflicted. You know what? Jesus. I don't want to say I love Everett, what Everett's doing, and I don't want to misinterpret. Because this is, and again, Everett is doing this as a display of power. Not necessarily, he's not like, Everett didn't do this. He's like, dude, this sucks. Let me help you out and give you meaningful work. Say no. Number 1's right out. Keep folks motivated. Yeah, fuck it. Number 3.
Look, officer, can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now?
I did something and it made me feel better inside. That's rare for this game. Here we go. I saw a picture in there. You were in it. You looked happy. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
Aw, but I can't be a snoopy, crazy, amnesiac art ghost cop, then what's even the point of living? Said the man with a cowboy hat and no pants.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
So now here's the thing. Composure. See, I learned a little bit about Renee's job situation, so now I have a chance to understand him better. This is such a unlikely role for me, though. Okay, it looks like that was just a straight up little quest. Maybe I wonder if I can come in here. So right now my composure, I have a little bit of a bonus from one of my items. I can try. Oh, hold on. If I put on pants, I have better composure. This is a rare thing, everyone. I'm putting on my pants. Okay, so I have a little bit better
Purity of
composure.
snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
So I'm trying to understand him, but I'm kind of not great at this, and also I've not made a great impression on Renee.
As Rennie turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly.
That was I mean, I needed a roll that good. That was not likely.
2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun. A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle. It's the Croix de Bravoure, Cross of Valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration in Suzerain's armed forces, awarded for exceptional bravery in the line of duty in service of King Frizzle the First.
Yeah, this is a big deal.
A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below.
And again, this is part of the great game design. I have a fair amount of intellect here, so I made this passive encyclopedia check, which means I just remember facts. Otherwise, and if I was not sort of a little front loaded in terms of that, I wouldn't know this fact. Small blue star inside an orange sun.
The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned combat veterans in service of King Frizzle the First during the Revolution.
For bravery.
It's a conflicted topic for the old veteran. There must have been a number of controversial episodes in his service days.
Jesus. You have an opportunity to really jump in here and make an enemy. That's what I was going to say. Bravery. So again, I my empathy is high enough where I'm like, I know that this is what he is saying, but I know that it's not, first off, it's not simple even for him.
For doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shat themselves.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
Tell me about this princeling.
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious.
Yeah, the nomenclature here and the skill. When I started doing this game again, I jumped on the stream. I talked for at least an hour on just the how skills are handled in this game. It's just, I love this game so much.
King Frizzle thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
Again, they're not afraid of the language here. The term asininity is very good.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean, made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage. I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw.
Hey, Larry. It's good to see you. Give my best to Misty. I'm sorry I've been such a crap correspondent forever.
Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder,
Jesus.
stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
This is like Airman Higgs in Girl Genius.
Hang on to the story. Veterans get sentimental after such retellings. This might yield something useful.
So now this is interesting. It's sort of saying, hey, there's more to this than just the story. It's sort of like if you want to dig up information, again, because it's kind of shows a good understanding of human nature.
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
I'm assuming by beast you mean the horse and not the prince.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
Hold on. Chevalier is cavalier, which means horseman. This probably means the slayer of the horse.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Joe Lestresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one.
Can't imagine living without my jaw. This would never happen to Johnny Lawjaw. Ugh. Don't make it about yourself.
So I grabbed the dink and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up.
I wonder, dink seems like a very modern, outdated piece of slang. Maybe this implies that it's older. Maybe a lot of our modern slang originated in the military.
Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jealous freak convinced Frissel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
Hold on.
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breasts, and untarnished self-worth.
This guy has a little bit of a Cyrano vibe going on. I did know Fubar is from the military. Hey, Tribus. Good to have a local here. Wisconsin Rapids, just a stone throw away. Oh, hold on. Here we go. We'll throw out the dab there. Hey there, Gingham. It's good to see you. And hey, Becca. Hey, everybody. Pebcak is a very good one too.
The old carabiner stands quietly like a statue, his features motionless.
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drizant.
Wow.
2 days later, that was.
So with a shattered knee and having been shot, dragging a body.
And that even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way.
Okay. I'm sorry I fucked up your game, Renee. Please don't fucking kill me like a chicken.
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
Now this is funny. Like here, I like this one. Like this is sort of like going to like these guys have been friends their whole lives and they don't get along and they don't agree about things, but they love each other anyway. And I love that that sort of relationship is represented in this game. And I love the fact that I could be like, hold on, you like him, you're proud of him, even though you don't agree with the war or what he did. This doesn't seem like a good moment to express an opinion. I don't want to risk it. See, this is a funny. Number 4 does a nice job of playing to the crowd as opposed to sort of like calling out a friend. It's like Renee knows that his friend likes him and his friend knows that Renee, they know they like each other. I don't need to get in there. I mean, this is also true. Quite impressive. I mean, that's some fucking gumption no matter how you feel. Oh yeah, this game they absolutely crushed it. Yeah, these guys are more like family than friends at this point in their lives. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna kind of swing and try to be a little funny here.
Bon Dieu. You and Gaston must be related. His blood runs yellow too.
Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. They don't end this out for anyone with a service record.
Anyone with a service record.
Oh no, you have to get shot. Repeatedly. And you need to get your hands bloody too. Really, really bloody.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand.
Oh, now see, they're giving me the chance to run through this conversation again. So I hate it when they leave it open like that. Because then here's what I want to do.
The old carabinier.
What, Monseigneur Modesty is not, and that even...
Is that pride in his voice?
See, now...
It's deep down, but maybe even
wanna come here.
unbeknownst to the man himself.
Sorry, officer, but you're reading me all wrong. I'm a man of peace, and these kinds of bloody heroics are only impressive to men like Renee himself. Certainly not to me. How did you find the story to be, officer?
Oh. So now he bounces it back to me. You know, the truth is it is impressive, and this is straight up.
Maybe, but also bear in mind... Oh no, you have...
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men, too. True Revacholians. Men with backbone.
Oh yes, Renee, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please, bring those days back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
See, I love his voice acting. This picture does remind me of Uncle Ruckus, which does Renee a great disservice.
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
Oh boy, hold on. This is a red check. This is a red check. You know what? No, I'm not gonna roll that dice right now. Roll these dice right now, literally or figuratively. In fact, if I don't get some food now, I might not have the opportunity to do anything other than eat chips out of my cupboard tonight. So how about this? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to save the game. And then I'm going to come back here so I can see y'all. I'm going to turn off the very compelling ambient music lest it baffle people that are just swinging by the stream briefly. And so, yeah, I didn't do a whole lot there unless you've watched me play this game with Aaron, in which case I just did 2 hours of playthrough there, because when Aaron and I are doing it together, we talk a mile and we walk a meter. But let me see here in terms of who I might want to host real quick. There's probably got to be some cool people streaming on a Saturday night. There's Skara. Somebody mentioned Elder Scrolls. Somebody's playing Skyrim. Now, here's the thing. I don't actually know these people. I've started watching some YouTube videos of Epic NPC Man. But I love their videos. It's funny stuff. And they also do some streaming here. So I could send y'all to Epic NBC Man. It's Greg, one of the actors of that YouTube channel. Or I could send you to Vana, who's legitimately lovely, and I know her personally. What do we think here? Skyrim or Resident Evil Village? I feel, yeah, screw it. Let's do a host to the folks over at Viva La Dirt League. So let me see. I'll do this. I'll raid. There. And that's right. The raid message is currently Frogs Be Wet. If you don't know why, then don't worry. Don't worry. Oh my God, Larry, that's hysterical. Encounters a guide with a pole. Her greets her with "Nice day for fishing." Yeah, Frogs Be Wet is a nice. Frogs Be Wet is a great way to introduce yourself, or yourselves rather. So yeah, go say howdy. Give him my best. I'd be surprised if he had any idea who I am. But they're funny folks over there, and Skyrim, of course, is a game that is at least in the roughly the same ballpark as what Disco Elysium. So take care of yourselves. I'll hopefully hop on a little bit tomorrow to play as well. If you want to catch these out of the blue streams, feel free to follow the channel. Otherwise, you can always catch a video on demand. They stay up here for a couple of weeks afterwards. I will talk to all of you before too terribly long. Frogs be wet.